In this video, I'll be going through the Music Theory Sample Paper 2020 for Grade 3. Okay, so let's start off with the first section, rhythm. So in the rhythm section, section 1.1, you're asked to circle the correct time signature for each of the bars. Okay, so you can either count in crotchet beats or quiver beats. Okay, whichever is easier. Okay, so for this one here, I'll count it in quiver beats because I look at it as this is a quiver beat. Maybe it's easier to count it quiver beats. Okay, so let's do it. So I know that this crotchet is equals to 2 quiver beats. 2 semi-quavers equals to another quiver beat. Okay, now I have a semi-quaver with a dot plus a demi-semi-quaver. So what is it equals to? Basically, this is equals to 2 quiver beats. Okay, sorry, 2 semi-quaver beats, which is equals to a quiver beat. So this is a quiver beat, and this is another quiver beat, and this is another quiver beat. So let's count. There are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quiver beats. So this is 6/8 time. Moving on to B. So you have 3 crotchets with a triplet. So when you have triplet, you just count 2 of them. So 3 crotchets with a triplet sign. So it's other words, their note value is equals to that of 2 crotchets. So this is 2 crotchet beats. Okay, and this is also equals to 2 crotchet beats. So total is equals to 4 crotchet beats. So this 2 time is equals to 2 minimum beats, which is also equals to 4 crotchet beats. So this will be your 2 time. Next, let's move on to C. So for C, it seems to me that it will be easier to count it in terms of quiver beats. Okay, so this one is a dotted quiver. So dotted quiver. So dotted quiver is equals to a quiver plus a semi-quiver. Next, let's look at this. You have a triplets with demi-semi-quavers. So wherever you have triplets, you only count the note value of 2 of them. So this triplet has a note value equals to 2 demi-semi-quavers. Okay, and 2 demi-semi-quavers is equals to 1 semi-quaver. Then again, this one, 2 semi-quavers is equals to 1 quaver. So you have 1 quaver, then you have 2 semi-quavers here, which makes up another quiver beat. 1, 2, 3. So 3 quiver beats. So it's 3/8 time. All right. All right. Now that we have done with question 1.1, let's move on to section 1.2. Okay. So in section 1.2, we are asked to find to draw the bar line. Okay. So let's do it together. So we have 2/4 time, right? So in order for it to be 2/4 times, you need 2 crotchet beats per bar. Okay, so now I know this is a crotchet beat. How about this? So this is actually this, right? We talk about this. This is equals to a quiver beat. So this is a quiver beat. Okay, we talk about it here. So this is a quiver beat, this is another quiver beat. So 2 quiver beats make that a crotchet beat. So this is 1 crotchet, this is a second crotchet. So I put my bar line here. Okay, now let's take a look at this. So this is a quiver beat. So if you have 3 semi-quavers with a triplet sign, it is equals to a quiver because you only count the note value of 2 of them. And 2 semi-quavers make a quiver. Okay, so this is a crotchet beat, and this 2 other quavers here make up another crotchet beat. So 2 crotchet beats. Next, let's move on to B. So 6/8 time. 6/8 time means you have 6 quavers in a bar. Okay, so we'll count that in terms of quiver beats. So when you have a dotted crotchet, it's equals to 3 quavers. This is also equals to 3 quiver beats. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quiver beats. Put a bar line here. Next, 1 crotchet is 2 quiver. 1, 2, 3. Then this is 4 quiver beat, 5, 6. So 6 quiver beats. So yes, it's correct. 6/8 time. Okay, part C, we are looking at 3/2 time. So in 3/2 time, we have 3 minimums in a bar, or we have 6 crotchets in a bar. I find it easier to count it by crotchet beats, so I'll count it by 6 crotchet beats in a bar, but you can also count it by minimum beats. Okay, so now let's do C. So I have these 2 make up 1 crotchet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 crochet beads, put a bar line. These two add up to be 2 crochets. 2, then 3 crochet, 4 crochet, 5 crochet, 6 crochet. So correct, we have 6 crochet beads in each bar. Next, let's move on to D. So in D is 4 times. So in other words, I need 4 crochet beads in the bar. So this is 1 crochet, this is 2 crochet, 3, 4, 4 crochet beads in the bar. I put a bar line here. Let me check whether I have 4 crochet beads here. So this one is a quiver. So this one is a crochet. Okay, this, when you have a triplet and there are 3 semi-quavers, the note value is equal to that of 2 quavers. Sorry, 2 semi-quavers, right? So it is the same as this. So they add up to be equals to a quiver. So you have 1 crochet, 2 crochet, 3, 4. A minimum is 2 crochets. So 4. So this has 4 crochet beads in a bar, so it's correct as well. Let's move on to 3, which is 3 4 times. So 3 crochet beads in a bar. So this is 1.5 crochet beads. And this is a quiver. So another half a crochet. Okay. Then this is another crochet bead here. So 1, 2, this one is 2 beads and this is 3. Put a bar line here. So let's check. This one is 1 semi-quiver, 1 quiver and another semi-quiver. 2 semi-quavers equals to a quiver. 2 quiver equals to a crochet. So this is a crochet bead. 4 semi-quavers, another crochet bead. So yes, this bar here also has 3 crochet beads in a bar. So it makes up 3 4 times. Moving on to 1.3, complete the sentence by adding a number. So a dotted quiver, which is this, okay, is equals to how many demi-semi-quavers? So I know that a dotted quiver is equals to a quiver plus a semi-quiver, which is the same as 3 semi-quavers, right? So 3 semi-quavers. And I know that 1 semi-quiver is 2 demi-semi-quiver. So 3 semi-quavers will be equals to 6 demi-semi-quavers. So the answer here will be 6. Okay. Okay. So now, next, let's look at this. Tick one box to describe the time signature of 3/8. So 3/8 is simple triple. Okay. Next, we will look at this. So tick one box to show which bar is grouped correctly. So it's 3 4 times. So we group them crochet bead by crochet bead. So this is the first crochet bead. So this is correctly grouped. Okay. This forms a crochet bead. So this shouldn't be grouped with these. So this is wrong. So this, they are all in the same crochet bead. They should join together. Okay, next, this is the second crochet bead. So this is correct. This is the third crochet bead. So this is grouped crochet bead by crochet bead. This is correct. Okay, this 3 should be grouped together because it forms the next crochet bead. So this is wrong. Okay, next, let's move on to 1.6 where you are asked to show whether the rest are correct or incorrect. Okay, so this is 9 8 times. So for 9 8 times, how do we group them? We will group them by 3 beads by 3 beads, right? So it should be 3 beads by 3 beads. So it should be dotted crochet beads by dotted crochet beads by dotted crochet beads because 9 8 has 3 dotted crochets. So this is 1 dotted crochet bead, correct? They are correctly grouped. Then this is 2 quavers, right? I still need another quiver to form a dotted crochet. So instead of putting a 2 crochet bead rest, I should split it into a quiver followed by a dotted crochet. So this is wrong. Okay, because we group 9 8 3 quiver beads by 3 quiver beads. Okay, so now let's move on. So this one 3, okay, this one 3, okay, then this one is 1. So whenever you have you do not have all 3 together, then you should group it bead by bead. So this is wrong as well. Okay, then finally this one is correct because it is a full bar rest. There's nothing here, so it doesn't matter what is the time signature. If it's a full bar rest, you use this symbol, which is a full bar rest symbol. Alright, next, let's look at this bar of music, and you're asked to write it such that it's twice the value. So to write something that is twice the value, what do you do? If it's 4 4, if you want to twice the value, you will divide the bottom number by 2. If you want to half the value, you will multiply the bottom number by 2. Okay, so all of them are for 2 times, so basically you actually don't need to check the time signature because they are the same. So next, for if you want to double the value, so if you have a crotchet, it will become a minim. If you have a quaver, it will become a crotchet. If you have a semi-quaver, it will become a quaver. If you have a demi-semi-quaver, it will become a semi-quaver. Minim becomes semi-brief. Dotted crotchet become dotted minim, and so on. This is how you double or twice the value. So here we have quavers. So quavers, you change it to crotchet. So it is 3 quavers with a triplet, so it becomes 3 crotchets with a triplet. So all of them have 3 crotchets with triplets. So they are correct. Next, crotchet will become a minim. So crotchet become a minim. All of them have a minim, so correct. Dotted quaver, so you have a quaver, it becomes a crotchet. So a dotted quaver will become a dotted crotchet. So dotted crotchet, dotted crotchet, dotted crotchet, correct. This is a semi-quaver. Semi-quaver will become a quaver, so correct. All are quavers. Demi-semi-quavers will become semi-quavers. So it becomes this. So 2 of this. So this is correct. This is correct. This is correct. And the last one, which is a dotted quaver, it should become a dotted, so a dotted quaver will then becomes a dotted crotchet. So this is correct. So only the first one is correct. The rest are wrong. Okay. Alright, let's move on to section 2 on page. So in section 2 on page, you're asked to tick one box to show the correct name of each note. Okay, so this is C, this is G, this one is F, but because of the key signature here is F sharp. Okay, or you can do this way. This is C, then D, then E, then this is F. So F sharp. Okay, then this one is C, then D, then E, then F, then G. Okay, it's G and there's a sharp here, so this is G sharp. This one is D sharp, and this one is this is C, this is B, this is A, this is G, this is F. So this note here is F. All right. Okay, so now let's move on to 2.2. So in 2.2, you're asked to compare bars A, B, and C, then circle 3 and 4 for each statement. So for this type of questions, I recommend students to compare it with your C's. So this is middle C, I call it C4. This higher C is C5, and I just look at the first note. Okay, C4, C5. So I know that the first note for A is in between C4 and C5. So here is A. Okay, this is middle C, and this note is slightly higher than middle C. So for B, it's in between C4 and C5. This is middle C. Sorry, this is middle C. This is C4, and this note here is C5. Sorry, C3, right? Is 1 octave lower than middle C. And this D here is in between C3 and C4. So once I've drawn this out, I know that A and B are 1 octave higher than C. So A and B are at the same pitch, true. B is 1 octave higher than C is also true. C is 1 octave lower than A is also true. So all 3 are true. Okay? Next, you need to put in the clef so that you get the named notes. Okay? So this is bass clef because this is low C in bass clef. You just go down B flat. Okay? So if this is treble, this should be treble clef because this is your high C for treble clef. Okay, and this is 1 note higher, so it's D. C sharp, this one very obvious is bass clef because this is middle C, right? Okay, then this, you know that if it's treble clef, this is middle C, but you want E, so it must be bass clef. Okay, next, let's look at the bar of music, and you're asked to write it 1 octave lower. So this is a C, right? C, so it will go down to middle C. So we know all of it should be middle C. So this is out already because this is not middle C. So I'm left with this. This is G, so it needs to go 1 octave lower. So this G is correct. This is E. So it goes here 1 octave lower. This is correct. And this is D. So this is wrong. This is E. So you need 1 octave lower, same note, but just 1 octave lower. So this is out already. So this is the correct answer. Okay, next, you're given this and you ask which one is 1 octave higher. So this one is F, right? And this one is your mid. This is your C4. This one is your C3. So this one is C3. This one is F. Okay, so 1 octave higher, it should be this F here, which is still lower than your middle C. Okay, so still lower than middle C. This is middle C. I want an F that is 1 octave lower than that is below this middle C. So this is out. This is middle C. I need an F that is in between C3 and C4. So this one still can. Okay, this is middle C. I need an F that is in between this C and the next octave C. So this is still okay. Next, this is D, right? So this D is just 1 note above C3. So 1 octave higher, it should be 1 note above this middle C. So this is D, but this note is E. So this is out already. This is D, so it's still correct. So this is the correct answer. Alright, next let's look at keys and scales, which is section 3. So I have F minor. So F minor has the same key signature as A flat major, which is B flat, E flat, and A flat and D flat, right? So 4 flats. So this one, 4 flats. Next, tick one box to show the correctly written key signature of A major. A major is F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. So this is out. Okay. F sharp, C sharp, G sharp is this one. Okay. This one is B sharp, is wrong. F sharp, C sharp, this G must be this G here. This G here, not this G here. So this is also out. So we found the answer, key signature of A major. Next, here is a melody of G minor. Place a cross on 3 boxes where accidentals are not needed. Alright, let's do this. So we know that we have B flat, E flat, as well as F sharp, okay? And here we have key signature. So if we have key signature, we do not need to write B flat and E flat anymore. So this one don't need to be there. It shouldn't be there because it's already covered by the key signature. So you don't need to write it, okay? Then yes, F sharp, yes, we can have it. Then we can have F natural because it's melodic. Okay, then this B flat don't need to be there because it's already covered by the key signature here. Okay, then E. So the 6th note, right, is E. So if you want to sharpen E flat, it becomes E natural. Okay, so for harmonic scale, you can have E natural. So this is okay. This is also okay. Okay. G, but this B flat is not okay because it's already covered by the key signature, so you do not need to put the flat anymore. So these are the 3 boxes where you should put crosses. Next, let's move on to 3.4. So in 3.4, you're asked to circle the correct key of each melody. So let's first write out what flats or sharps we have. So you have A flat, E flat, D flat, E flat again, then D flat, and B flat. So in other words, you have B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat. So in other words, it is A flat major. Okay. Next, let's go on to B. So B, you have E flat. Just E flat. Okay. Do you have A? A and B also nothing. So you have E flat. E flat. So very likely your B flat is a natural because it's either the 6th or the 7th note. Okay. So if B is a 7th note, then it belongs to C minor, right? If B is the 6th note, it will be D minor. Okay. Okay. But if D is the 7th, if it's D minor, you will have B natural and C sharp for harmonic, or just C sharp for melodic. But for C minor, you will have B natural for harmonic, or you have A natural and B natural for melodic. So let's take a look. Okay, I have B flat. Okay, and wait, C minor got what key signature? Okay, B flat, E flat, A flat. D minor has B flat only. So D minor is out because here's E flat. You don't have E flat for D minor. So C minor is possible. You see E flat only, right? Because B flat and A flat could be unnatural because you sharpen the 6th and the 7th note for the melodic scale. Okay, so it's C minor. Let's look at C. I have F sharp, F natural, E flat, and B flat. So it tells me that F is likely the 7th note, right? If F is the 7th note, then G is the next note. So, and I know that can't be major already because I have sharp and flat. Very likely I sharpen the 7th note or the 6th or 7th note. That's why I have sharp, right? So you don't sharpen 6th or 7th note for major key, so it must be minor key. So let's look at G minor. G minor has B flat and E flat. D minor has just B flat. So do I have E flat? Yes, I have E flat, right? So it should be G minor. Okay, and also the 7th note for G minor is F sharp, which is what we see here. So therefore the key here is G minor. Okay. Next, let's move on to the scale. So I have C sharp harmonic minor ascending. So for C sharp minor, I have F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp, right? Okay, next I must first start off with checking whether I start and end with C sharp. So no, I didn't. So this is wrong. Okay, there's another one that is wrong. So next, harmonic 7th note. So it's B sharp. So correct. Okay. So apart from this, I've done C sharp already, right? First and last note must be C sharp. I also need F sharp, G sharp, and D sharp. So let's look for F. Yes. G sharp. Yes. Where's D? No sharp. Wrong. So these are the two incorrect notes of the C sharp harmonic minor ascending scale. Okay, next I want to find F melodic minor scale, melodic, and it's descending. So for melodic minor, when it's descending, you just follow the key signature. Okay, so for F minor, you have B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat. Okay, so and because it's a melodic minor and it's descending, you just follow what you have in the key signature. So this is F, then this is E flat, D flat, C, B flat, A flat, G, F. So it's E flat and G. So X is E flat, Y is G. Okay, now let's move on to 3.7. You're asked to tick one box for each name scale to show which scale is correctly written. Okay, so for A major, okay, we first start off, check whether we start and end with A. So this start with A, but end off with A sharp, that is wrong. This start with A, ends with A, okay, can. Start with A, end with A, can. Next, A major has F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. So C sharp, oh, no D sharp. This is wrong already. Okay, because of D sharp, it should be F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp, no D sharp. Let's check this. You have C sharp, F sharp, G sharp. So this is correct. So the third option is correct. Next, for B, we are looking at B flat major ascending scale. So B flat major. So we first check whether we start and end with B flat. So this is B flat, this is B flat. B flat, B flat. Okay. This one is D flat, so it's wrong. So out. 3 is out. Next, B flat major has B flat and E flat. So out. This is already B flat, so we need to check for E flat. Okay. So this is E flat, correct? This one is E flat, but I have no A flat, so I shouldn't be writing A flat. So the first option is the correct one. Next, let's move on to C. We have F sharp harmonic minor descending. So you have a harmonic, so you sharpen the 7th note. Okay. So before we do that, first check F sharp minor. So we must start off and end off with F sharp. So I have F sharp here, correct. F sharp, correct. F sharp, correct. So next, let's look at F sharp minor. It have F sharp, C sharp, and A sharp, okay, as the key signature. Okay, then F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. Okay, and then the 7th note is E sharp. okay, for harmonic. So E sharp must be sharpened, okay, because it's harmonic. So this one, it didn't sharpen the 7th note, so this is out. So these two are still correct. Next, I need to check for F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. So I know I start and end with F sharp already. So I've already checked the first and the last notes, which are F sharp. So next, I need to check for C sharp and G sharp. C sharp and G sharp, correct? C sharp and G sharp, yes, C sharp and G sharp. But this is wrong because I end up having a D sharp, right? So this is not correct. So this is out. Okay, C sharp and G sharp, F sharp, okay. Okay, so I know that I've already eliminated this because it doesn't have an E sharp. Now this one has a D sharp, which is also wrong. So this is the correct option. Okay, next let's take a look at intervals. So in intervals, you are asked for each example, write one note to form the named interval. Your note should be higher than the given note. The key is F sharp minor. So now I have F sharp, okay, and the 6th note is D, right? Next, I need to form a minor 6. So there are two ways to look at intervals. Either you use a major key as a reference, or you count semitones using the semitone chart. Okay, so for this case, I will make use of the major key. So I won't use F sharp major, I'll use F major. So for major 6, it will be F to D. So now I have F sharp here, is already one semitone lower, is already minor 6, so I don't need to do anything to D. Next, I need F sharp. Okay, and I want a perfect fourth. So F, G, A, B. So I need to go to B. So in order to have a perfect fourth, F should have a B flat. Okay, so if you have an F sharp to be the same distance apart so that it's perfect, you need to be B, which is B here. Good. Next, I have F sharp and I want a 7th, right? So F, G, A, B, C, D, E. So E is the 7th. So F major has E. So F sharp major, you need to sharpen the E so that the number of semitones remains the same. Okay. Okay. Now let's look at this. So from F sharp, the third will be A. So if F to A is a major third, F sharp to A is a minor third. So this is correct. I don't need to do anything else. Next, F to G is a 2nd apart. Okay. But since I've F to G is a major 2nd, but now I have F sharp, so my G will also need to have a sharp so that I still have the same number of intervals between the two notes. Last one, perfect 8. So if you have a perfect, it just needs to be the same note, but it is 1 octave higher. So this is F sharp. Okay, let's move on to 4.2. So in 4.2, you're asked to circle the type of interval, the lower note in each key. Okay, so we first count what is the distance between the two. So you have B, B, C, D, E, F, G is a 6, right? Okay, B major has G sharp, so it's a major 6. Okay, next I have C sharp to G sharp, right? C, D, E, F, G. Once you have a 5th, it must be perfect because it can't be major or minor. F to E is a 7th. F, G, D, E, F, G, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. So it's 7th. Okay, so F major. So let me draw out my piano. Okay, F major has E, right? So now instead of, so this F to E will be major, but now instead of having F to E, you have F to E flat, so it makes it closer together, so it's minor. Okay, D to G, D, E, F, G is a 4th. Once you have a 4th for your grade 3 exam, is perfect. Okay, next we move on to section 5, which is on tonic triad. So in this section, you're asked to circle true and false for each section. Okay, so they ask whether this is the tonic triad of E flat major. So this E flat, G, B flat. So E flat major has E flat, B flat, E flat, A flat. So this is true. Next, this is the tonic triad of B minor. So this is B, this is D, and this one is F sharp. Okay, let's look at B minor. So it has F sharp and C sharp. So your sharp, yes, it needs a sharp here. So yes, this is true. This is also the tonic triad of B minor. Okay, so yes, both are true. Okay, next you're asked to add one missing note to complete its triad with the tonic as the lowest note. Use accidentals if necessary. So this is E, then you need a G and B. And E major has F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp. So you need to put a sharp here. For C minor, just need to put a C here. For A minor, A, C, and E. Okay. A minor key signature, you don't have any key signature, but you need to sharpen the 7th note with G sharp, but there's no G here, so don't need any sharp or flat. Okay, next let's move on to this. So this is G, B, D. So this is G, B, D. So if it's G minor, it is G, B flat, D. So this is G major. D, F, A. So if it's D major has F sharp and C sharp, but here there's no F sharp, so this is D minor. A flat, C, E flat, so this is A flat major. This one is D, F sharp, A, D, F sharp, A, so it's D major. This one is C sharp, E, G sharp, so it starts off with C sharp, so it must be C sharp minor. Okay, let's move on to section 6. So section 6 is basically terms and signs. So you need to memorize the terms and signs. So for grade 3, not only are you tested on the terms and signs in grade 3, you also need to know the terms and signs in grade 1 and grade 2. So a la marcha means in the style of a march. Prestissimo is very fast. It's even faster than presto. Sempre means always. This one is slight pressure. Okay, and this one is the allargando, means broadening. Alright, let's take a look at section 7. So in section 7, you are asked is music in context, where you need to study this melody and answer the questions that follows. So in 7.1, you're asked to compare the following to bar 1 of the melody, then tick the one correct statement. Okay, so this is bar 1, and these are A, B, and C. So they say A is an exact copy. So let's take a look. Same key signature, 6/8 time. F, same loudness. Same, there's a natural here, same notes. This is allegro crescendo. This is allegretto crescendo. So it's not the same, okay, because the dynamics is slightly different. So A is not an exact copy. Next, let's look at B. So 6/8 time, allegro crescendo. Then same notes, but there's a natural, B natural here, but there is no B natural here. So this is not an exact copy. Let's look at C. So you have B flat, E flat, and A flat as the key signature, but here there's only B flat and E flat, so not the same. So all 3 of them are different from the original. 7.2, the tempo remains the same throughout the melody. So let's take a look. Is there any signs or terms and signs that changes its tempo? So I only have dim, that means getting softer or quieter, nothing to do with the tempo or the speed. Okay, so no. So yes, the tempo remains the same. So we didn't see ritendo, accelerando, and so on. So the tempo remains the same. Complete the following 3 sentences by ticking one box for each. The highest note in the melody is, let's look for the highest note. So in order to look for the highest note, it should be as high up in the music staff as possible. So here the highest note is E flat. Let's check, is there any notes higher than E flat? No. Okay, remember this is E flat because of the key signature, B flat, E flat, A flat. So all E must have a flat unless you see a natural or something else. Okay, so the highest note is E flat. Okay, next, there is a dotted quaver. A dotted quaver looks like this. Okay, or if it is beamed together, it looks like this or this. Okay, so, the dot should be on the right-hand side. Okay, so let's look for a dotted quaver. So we have options of 3, 4, 5, 7. So bar 3, no dotted quaver. 4, no, this is a dotted crotchet. 5, yes, there's a dotted quaver here. Okay, this is a dotted quaver. Okay, 5, yes. 7, no. So the answer is bar 5. There's a note marked to be played with an accent in which bar? An accent looks like this. Okay, 1, 2, 7, or 8. 1, 2. Yes, bar 2 has an accent. 7, no. 8, no. So the answer is bar 2. All right. We have come to the end of the grade 3 sample paper. So if you're interested in how to answer each question step by step, do check out my course, link in description below.